You have so many people with connections, right?
Yep, so many people and connections. Anybody else know what a lion is? Okay, let me tell you exactly what a lion is. It's basically, it means LinkedIn Open Networkers. Okay, that means that I'm an open networker. I'm willing to network with anybody that connects with me. Does that make sense, right? I open myself up.
Did you put the word lion yourself on your page?
I did, yes. So I put it in myself, and everybody that's a lion out there, they automatically, as a matter of fact, there's huge groups for lions out there, and I'm part of a lot of those groups, and basically what it means is that we're opening ourselves to network with other people. We're leading international open networkers, or LinkedIn open networkers. Very, very clear. That means we are willing to accept invitations from other people out there, and in 99.99% of the time, I would always accept that invitation. Now, there are times when I get somebody and I'm like, okay, why? And depending on the account, I'm saying no. But in one of my accounts, very specifically, I'm an open network. I network with everybody who networks with me. Why? Because I like connecting with people, right? And so I allow that to happen constantly, and I put it out there that that's what I do. So take a look at it. This is good. Individuals who self-identify themselves, usually in their own LinkedIn name title, do so to convey the fact that they're willing and eager to accept invitations. Again, these are aggressive networkers on LinkedIn. And some of these lions, they have profiles of over 50, 100,000 networkers, connections on LinkedIn. That's huge. Imagine you have 100,000 people you're connected with. Can you imagine any kind of a message you put out there? What the value of that is? It's unreal, right? And that connections alone can establish an amazing amount of business for you, okay? If you've learned anything from my presentation today, that's one thing that if you do it, it can help you connect with a lot more people out there. Setting up your profile, best practices. Okay, first and foremost, write an SEO-friendly bio and set up the profile using relevant keywords that pertain to the industry. Fill out profiles for company leaders as well as company itself. Use widgets and applications to be able to integrate with other marketing tools such as importing blog entries, slideshows, or Twitter streams. And then list newsletter subscriptions, social media links. Again, when you take a look at your LinkedIn profile, and you look at your Twitter profile, and you look at your Facebook profile, and you've got a Facebook fan business page, the best thing to do is be able to connect all of them together. Now, there's software out there that'll help you automate that. What's one software that'll help you take the same message and put it into multiple social media platforms? Anybody know?
Hootsuite.
Huh?
Hootsuite.
Hootsuite, yes. Hootsuite. Hootsuite allows you to do that, right? And that's a great social media application that allows you to do that. There are other applications that allows you to be able to create individual, what we call bots, like on Twitter, and automatically every day it'll put out a message to your whole followers. You don't have to be able to do that yourself. Because a lot of times what happens is people say, okay, I only have so many hours in the day. What message do I want to convey? And do I want to convey it in all these different media platforms? Well, again, if you use technology, it can help you to be able to do that. Does that make sense, right? So, and then here's some applications, right? Some different applications you can use to be able to do different things on LinkedIn. So WordPress, pull in posts from your blog. TripHit allows you to share upcoming trips, conferences, meetups. LinkedIn Polls conducts market research, gets opinions and ideas. Company Buzz, see who's talking about you on Twitter. SlideShare, embedding PowerPoint presentations. Again, is that important? Because again, it tells people what you're doing, what's your business all about. The more technology you utilize, and if you use PowerPoint presentations are amazing. Putting in links to YouTube videos are amazing to really put it on your profile and tell people what you're doing. And then Box.net file basically manages files online and shares content through the profile itself. So creating your network, right? So growing your network, asking to connect is like sharing a particular business card, okay? And again, it's very, very key because you're sharing your business card with many people out there and not just a few people out there. All right, so making friends on social media. So this is a great little cartoon. Mike, let's be friends. This is LinkedIn. Please submit your resume, 2 letters of recommendation, and a blood sample, okay? That's what most people think LinkedIn is, right? So Facebook, Mike, let's be friends. Sure, you and I are both friends with Mark, let's connect, right? This is how people see social media. Twitter, Twitter, Mike, let's be friends. I'm Mike's robot. Your request for friendship has been auto-approved. So anybody know what that is, right? It's bots, right? Twitter, a lot of times Twitter uses bots, right? They use software to automatically accept your particular friendship. And as you can see, with LinkedIn, it's very different because a lot of times people are like, okay, people come to me, and after I've done this presentation a few times, and after my last time I did this presentation, people came to me and said, Mike, what do I do? People connect with me. I don't know if I should connect with them on my LinkedIn. They said, somebody sent me a request, should I accept it? Now, what's the harm of accepting somebody's request if they want to connect with you, right? Well, what can it do? So people get paranoid when it comes to social media. And a lot of times people say, okay, should I connect? I say, absolutely. You connect with as many people because you never know what that person can offer you, right? Just like earlier, Jim mentioned, one of the reasons you want to come to meetings is showing up. You never know who you're going to meet, right? The goal is if you show up every Monday, you don't know who you're going to be able to connect with. Well, if you connect with somebody and accept their invitation, guess what happens? You don't know who they know. You don't know what level of influence they have through their networks. Again, it's through levels of influence. And guess what happens? You're doing a deal, or you're going out for a job, and guess what happens? You look at that person, and they're 2 levels down, and that same person you didn't connect with, guess what? They know that person. Okay, does that make sense? Now, if you would have connected with that person, what do? You send them a message and say, hey, do you mind connecting me with so-and-so? I do that all the time on LinkedIn. I get so many messages all the time because of my vast network that people are like, hey, Mike, I noticed on your network, you know so-and-so in the venture community. Can you give me an introduction? And let me tell you something, and I've done that before, and I've actually helped companies get financed. I've helped companies raise millions of dollars just because I knew the guy that was writing the check, and I had a great relationship with them, and all I did was say, okay, hey, do you mind hearing this guy's pitch? And they said, hey, Mike, since it came from you, sure. Does that make sense, right? Again, it's that important. Credibility is so important because on LinkedIn, you can connect that way. Otherwise, guess what happens? If you actually went out and knocked on somebody's door and they didn't know you, do you have that credibility? Absolutely not. Okay? Again, that's why you want to connect with as many people. Now, if somebody's stalking you, right? Or you've got a stalker out there, or you've got somebody that, is scary or whatever, then definitely reject them, right? Again. But, if that's not the case, then absolutely. This way.
Can you disconnect later if you connect with somebody
Absolutely.
and they start being a problem?
Absolutely. You can disconnect people all day long. If you don't like them, get rid of them, right? Right? If they're bothering you, get rid of them, right? But again, I never see the harm in being able to connect with as many folks. Because again, you want to share your message with as many people out there. And then guess what happens when you try to find a person you want to connect with, you don't know who knows who out there. So growing your network. How do you grow your network? Okay, so first you're building it, right? So building your network from the beginning. Start out by connecting with people you know, being able to utilize the search feature, and then let LinkedIn scan your email address book and select who you want to connect with, okay? Some people like that, some people don't. I actually don't like that, to be frank with you. I hate LinkedIn going through my email address because I want to be very selective on who I'm going to connect with. Again, I told you I'm going to connect with everybody depending on which account I have, right? Again, I have different purposes for multiple accounts that I have, and because of that, I am very, very clear how to separate. But you don't need multiple accounts. Let me be clear. You need one account. That's all you need to be able to put your message across. Yes, sir.
Do you use the premium account or do you use the free account?
Great question. Anybody use the premium account here? Anybody? Do you use the Anybody use the premium account? No. Okay. So nobody uses the premium account. Anybody know what's the difference between the premium account and the free account? Huh? Anybody seen the difference? Email. You can send out more emails. Yes. Okay. What else? Anybody else?
You can request more invitations.
You can request more invitations from people you don't know. Okay. That's the second reason. What else? Anybody else? In general, the people that use the premium account are usually recruiters. Okay. In general, it's recruiters who are looking for people to be able to hire or place out there. The free account is more than enough to use to be able to network out there and connect with folks. As a matter of fact, if you really want to request a friendship with somebody, let me share with you a little idea. So you go to their profile, you see their profiles available, take a look at the groups that they're in, and go and join one of their groups and then send them an invitation.
the only other way, if you go over 5,000, you have to be requested.
Of course, yeah. So, but that's a good problem to have at that point, right? So that's a good problem. That's why you have multiple accounts then sometimes, because then you can have a separate account to be able to connect with folks. But yeah, so once you get over 5,000, you have to be able to be requested at that juncture. But you know, when you get to that point, it's a good problem to have, guys, right? Really good problem. But for most folks, you know what? The free account is more than enough. You do not have to pay for LinkedIn Premium at all. I never recommend it unless you really, truly are using it, and you're using it every day, and you need to send out messages, and if it's part of your business, then yeah, absolutely, you can upgrade. But you know what, in the free account, just everything that the premium account does. Growing your network, best practices, okay? So seek out current employees, clients, friends, and professional connections. Introduce contacts to one another. What does that do? What happens when you introduce people to one another? What happens to you? It helps edify you, right? At the end of the day, right? When you're connecting people to one another and they do business, well, guess what happens? Next time when they're going out there and you need help, guess what they're going to do? They're going to go out of their way to be able to help you as well. Does that make sense, right? So important when you can be able to do that, and LinkedIn allows you to do that. Suggest experts in the industry. Answer questions in relevant groups or forums, or be able to answer features. Again, answering questions in groups. Again, what does it do? It edifies you, right? It tells everybody that's in a particular group, tells them about you. 5 minutes? Okay. So, notify your contacts on interesting events happening in your company, recommend employees, partners, or vendors, react on the successes of your contacts, and start and have conversations with those in the industry, including prospects and leads. So one of the things I want to really cover is I'm going to pass through these other ways of growing your network. And I want to talk about barrier groups and LinkedIn barrier groups. So again, one of the key factors to be able to utilize LinkedIn is to really understand, and you had mentioned, how do we use LinkedIn if we're in the Bay Area, right? So what I would do is say, hey, you know what, I want to connect with people in the Bay Area. Well, hey, join LinkedIn San Francisco Bay Area. It has 14,699 members. If 14,000 people are not enough for you to connect with, well, guess what? There's another one. Go to the Bay Area Software Engineers, and they have another 10,000 members there. So what you want to do is you join the group, and once you join the group, let me show you a little thing. You go to members, you see everybody's profile there, and you see what your level of connection with those people are. And then what you could do is, whether you know them or not, you can actually connect with them right through there. That's how you build your particular profile. Again, you can pick a specific industry, or you can go in general. You don't even have to go, here's another one. Bay Area sales executives. What if you're not a sales executive? Okay, is it okay to connect with a sales executive? Absolutely, right? Do you have to be a sales executive to connect with a sales executive? No. Absolutely not, right? As a matter of fact, they would connect with you. Do you have to be a software engineer to connect with a software engineer? Absolutely not. They will connect with you. So 90% of the time, you'll go out there and be able to connect. So let me give you how I use LinkedIn. So I own a $25 million IT consulting company. And one of the things we do is we go after and we pick up large accounts. And so my other LinkedIn profile is very specific to go after and creating accounts. And in that account, what we needed to do was, we have a relationship with Intuit. Anybody heard of Intuit? So we're trying to get on Intuit's vendor list. So what I did was, I went through my LinkedIn profile and I found out everybody that I knew at Intuit. And I had about 50 people I had relationships that I knew on LinkedIn. So all of a sudden, one of the directors of product development, I met him through LinkedIn, we connected, and we started chatting back and forth, and I started finding out about what he's doing, and 3 months later, he got me on the preferred vendors list. Okay? What that means is, it almost means $50,000 a month in my pocket of revenues. Okay? Is that fair, right? So, do you see how, I'm just giving you a personal example of how I've used LinkedIn to be able to make it profitable for me and my business. So based on what I do, I go out there and I'm connected with people, and we have similar interests, we knew technology, we just hit it off, and we started connecting. As a matter of fact, we knew similar people, and it's kind of funny, it's that one person that connected with me that I might have said, maybe I might not be interested in connecting with this person. That was the key person that connected us together. Okay? So, Do you see how you can actually utilize, and when you go out there, especially if you're in a particular group and you're constantly commenting, guess what happens? You build relationships with people, and when you build those relationships with folks, it's unreal. I've got relationships today with people all over the world, from Turkey to China to India to all over the world, people living in those countries, and if I ever want to go out and visit with them, guess what happens? I get on LinkedIn, I can send a message out there, and it's amazing. I've made some amazing friends in Turkey, and they're like constantly, hey, when are you going to come down? When are we going to get together? When are we going to do business out here? And again, it's all because of LinkedIn. Okay? Again, taking a look at San Francisco Bay Area IB Plus, okay? Do you have to be an IB Plus to connect with these guys? No, absolutely not, okay? Again, you can join many of these particular groups and, you know, go back and be able to join Bay Area Human Resources Network, and the list goes on and on. So you can actually focus your LinkedIn. If you're really concerned about geography and you're concerned about, hey, I just want to connect with local people, join local groups. Type in Bay Area, and I'll show you all the Bay Area groups under Bay Area. Does that make sense? Okay. I'm going to take a few questions at this juncture because I want to be able to.